Hey guys, Coach Greg down here at AM Fitness in Plainville, and today we're going to talk a little bit about back pain. Okay, now when it comes to back pain, that's a pretty generic term. Right? That means anything in your back that's hurting. So usually when it comes down to things we're dealing with clients or members, all right, usually comes down to two different things. All right, we're going to go over both of those. The first one being, all right, not quite as common, all right, is our QL. Okay, now that QL, guys, runs from the top of the iliac crest, okay, into the lower border of the 12th rib and across the lumbar spine. Okay, so this muscle is one of the muscles that gets tight. Now, if this muscle gets tight, it pulls on the vertebrae, which is then going to pull your back out of position. You're going to feel uncomfortable. The muscle is much deeper, so it's a little bit harder to get to. So when we go through some of the movements and the stretches for that, it's going to take a little bit more pressure to get to. The other option we have, all right, is our glute medius. Okay, now if you look at this one, guys, this one originates, okay, from the bottom half of the iliac crest. Okay, so the QL is on top of it, and the glute medius starts on the bottom, and that comes down into our hip. Now this one, okay, when this one starts to fire up, that's usually due to the fact that it's weak. All right, it hasn't been activating, it's not strong enough, and activating it is just sending it into spasm, and it's all clenched up, and at that point, we gotta need to work on breaking up the spasm, and then strengthening the muscle. So we're gonna go through that today. So first things we're going to talk about are our QL. So guys, as I had mentioned before, all right, we're going to be working on our QL. Now the QL, all right, runs, if you want to think about it on your body, you find the top of your hip bone, right, on your back there, that's your PSIS, okay, and you're going to find that crest. That crest, it's going to run up towards the middle of your back, right? You find the bottom rib, that's the bottom of it, and it comes down. So it's a deep muscle. It's a bit harder to get to. So to get there, right, foam roller is just not going to do it. So to get it and help loosen it up, we're going to use a lacrosse ball. Okay, you can use a lacrosse ball, something a little bit smaller. Softball works. All right. What we're going to do, put that ball down, and we're going to put just above that crest point. All right, we're going to put that on the ball. Okay. From there, my my top leg is going to be out, straight. I'm going to be on my elbow. I'm going to pull up and extend out with my leg. So I'm driving my knee up and high. What that's going to do is help pull that hip bone away. So it kind of pulls the hip bone away and push it back out. So if you're thinking about it, guys, we're thinking about that origin insertion. So as I pull my knee up, that's causing this hip to rotate down, which is going to increase the stretch on that muscle because it connects to the top of that hip. So again, we're down on it. Okay, I'm going to find the spot's a little sore. Leg out straight. I'm pressing into this. I am pressing in here because I'm pulling my ribs away. And now as I pull my knee up, that's going to pull the hip away. I'm going to relax a little bit. And again, I'm flossing the muscle, trying to break it up a little bit and relax it. Okay, now, once I've finished, there, I've done that for a couple of minutes. All right, I've broken it up. I'm now going to go into a 90-90 stretch. Now, it looks familiar, all right? We do things similar to this with our hip switch and other exercises. So, if I'm looking to rotate away from here, I'm going to take that side. I'm going to put it back, 90 degrees out, front knee, and then come down, 90 degrees in front. From there, I'm going to rotate away. So I'm pushing, and now, again, pushing down. So I am activating my glutes on this side, and that's going to help depress the hip and that iliac crest. So I'm pushing down. Then I'm going to reach away, and now I'm trying to take these ribs. This is pushing backwards. I'm taking my ribs. I'm going to roll them away from that QL. All right, so again, we're trying to stretch, which means we need to take the origin and stretch it as far away from the insertion as possible. So, or origin, insertion. So I'm going to press down, and here I'm going to rotate and pull away from it. Okay. So if you guys are feeling that QL, all right, try that little foam roll along with your stretches. See if that helps relieve some of that back pain. So our other option, if we're having back pain, all right, may be our glute medius. Again, that's that one where you feel that pressure in your back, and you're like, it's just right there. You point it. You didn't really, literally put your finger on it. Okay. What you're gonna notice is if you find that PSIS, so if you bend over, you feel two little like points sticking out. All right, that's your PSIS, and you go just about down about an inch. Right, that's usually about where that pain is. That's your glute medius. Okay, so if we're feeling that, okay, we call it our back because it's on our backside, and we're not thinking it as our glutes because it's down here, but this is actually our glute medius. So to do this one, now this one needs to be, we have a spasm going on, it's tightening up. All right, we need to relax that. So what we're going to do, all right, is we're going to lay down on our side. Okay, I'm on my elbow. Bottom leg's going to go out straight. All right, I'm going to pull, start with my knee up. Now I'm going to find that spot. All right, so wherever that spot was, all right, I'm going to put my thumb on it. Now we want to use our thumb because we don't want to crush this down. We're going to remember, guys, this muscle has already been fatigued out. It's spasming because it's weak, and it's spasming and it's just tweaking. So we want to make sure that we can control the pressure. If I'm on a lacrosse ball on this one, all right, that muscle is just going to get too beat up, and it's not going to help us. This way, using my own hand versus using the ball, I can control the pressure. Right? I press harder, more pressure. I can lighten it up if I need to. But anyways, we're going to press into it. Now from this position, I'm going to extend my leg behind, up, and come back. All right. You want to keep that toe slightly turned towards the floor. Up, out, and back. Okay. You notice this is if you're tight in this, and this is the problem you're having, it's going to be pretty uncomfortable. Okay. It's going to be, you're going to feel it. You're going to make some noises. You're going to groan. So we're in, up, and back. Now, once we've done that about 5 to 8 times, we're going to just let it fatigue out and finish it by holding. I'm just going to stay right there, hold it as hard as I can, pressing into that muscle. Hold it for about 15 to 20 seconds, 2, 1, and relax, okay? Now, if that was, if the glute medius is your issue, once you stand up, you're going to notice, a pretty good relaxation or relief from that back pain. Now, as I said, that comes down to we also need to strengthen it, okay? So when we walk, our glute medius is our hip stabilizer. It stops us from doing this little thing as we walk. So, great exercise. Using a wall, stand nice and tall, okay? So I'm standing up. From here, I'm going to take my outside leg up, all right? I'm working my inside leg. I'm going to let my hip fall towards the wall. I'm going to press my heel down into the ground, stand up again, all right? Let it fall in, stand up. So I want to make sure that I'm tall here, right? If my elbow's out, I have a straight line. I'm nice and tall. This is just to help me so I don't fall over when I lean in, let it drop, and I come back to my tall position. All right? So we can start with that exercise. It may be the first 10 reps of that, fatigue you out really bad. At that point, obviously, we're going to relax. So you can work your way from 3 sets to 10. Try to get 2 sets to 15, 1 set of 30, and then build upon those 30 reps. All right, so back pain, all right, hopefully that helps you guys out and becomes a little thing of the past. Ways to work on it. If you have any questions about that, all right, make sure you talk to one of your coaches before you work out. Otherwise, we'll see you at your next workout.